Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Samastajana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram. Om Neelambujashyamalo Komalangam Sita Samaropitavama Bhagam Pano Mahasayaka Charuchapam Namami Ramam Raghuvamshanatham. Harihi. Yesterday, our satsang was on the topic of Guru Mahima. And today we are having the satsang on Chinmaya Mahima, glory of our Pujya Guruji. I chose this theme. One is to express my gratitude and your gratitude also. And second, Guru Purnima is round the corner. Where it is? 22nd, I think this Guru Purnima is. So I thought that's a very good occasion. And before we celebrate, if we have this thinking, it will be nice. I will start with one song which I composed at the time of the World Workers' Conference in December only. We are going to celebrate Pujya Gurudev's birth centenary, and the theme of that is that he gave his best to us. So we also promise that we will give our best to him, and to him our best. With that theme in mind, this was written. Okay, so it's a namaskar, and then we'll see. Shri Gurudev ko kare naman ham. So you can also sing, I think. Yeah, or just listen. Shri Gurudev ko kare naman ham. Shri Gurudev ko kare naman ham. स्मरण ही जिनका प्रेरक प्रियतम. स्मरण ही जिनका प्रेरक प्रियतम. श्री गुरुदेव को करे नमन हम. भक्त शिष्या सेवक जन हो. भक्त शिष्या सेवक जन हो. जीवन सबका धन्य धन्य हो. जीवन सबका धन्य धन्य हो. श्री गुरुदेव को करे नमन हम. श्री गुरुदेव ने अपना उत्तम. श्री गुरुदेव ने अपना उत्तम बांट दिया सब को समसतम. बांट दिया सबको समसतम. श्री गुरुदेव को करे नमन हम. कृतज्ञता से हम करते प्रण, कृतज्ञता से हम करते प्रण, उत्तम अपना करेंगे अर्पण, उत्तम अपना करेंगे अर्पण। श्री गुरुदेव को करे नमन हम, श्री गुरुदेव को करे नमन हम। स्मरण ही जिनका प्रेरक प्रियतम, स्मरण ही जिनका प्रेरक प्रियतम। श्री गुरुदेव को करे नमन हम, श्री गुरुदेव को करे नमन हम, करे नमन हम, करे नमन हम। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। The place of a spiritual teacher in human life is the most important one. And if one has found that teacher, then the life of that person is made. It is said, महत् संगस्तु दुर्लभः अगम्यः अमोघश्च। That is, the company or the association with great people, particularly spiritual people, masters, is durlabha, it is difficult to get. And if you get it, agamyaha, difficult to recognize. The problem with the great people is that they are too great. And therefore, even those who live with them all the time, also there sometimes they don't recognize. Even their relatives don't recognize. The friends don't recognize. So it is durlabh. And if it is found, it is difficult to recognize. But one thing is sure. Whether you recognize it or not, agamyaha it is, but amoghascha. Infallible it is. It will never happen that a person has come in contact with great person and nothing has happened to that one. Maybe at that immediately nothing is seen. But it will surely have some influence. Sooner or later, that will manifest. Now this place in need of a Sadguru is because we live in ignorance. Ignorance creates wrong notions. And because of that, we commit many mistakes and suffer. So the great master corrects our vision. And do you know, one most important thing that happens is that we get conviction of the validity of the scriptures. Now, when we read the Shastras, actually we have no knowledge of the existence of God or existence of reality. We do not know about a great person or a realized or enlightened master. If you read the Shastra, then the Shastra says, yes, there is such a reality. And if you have faith, then we also will accept it. Yes, such a thing exists. Then we read the characteristics of man of enlightenment. Sita Prajna Lakshana, Bhakta Lakshana, Yogi Lakshana, Jnani Lakshana. But unless you see a person, we have really no understanding. Arjuna asked, Sthita Prajna se ka bhasha? What is the nature of a Jnani Purusha, man of wisdom? And how does he walk and how does he talk? How does he live? Now we may read the description there, but unless we see some person like that, we don't really fully understand also. So this Santa, Mahatma, Sadhu, Sadguru, what they do, you know, one thing is that they wake us up from our sleep of ignorance. They show us the way to reach our goal. And it is said in the Shastra, the Shastri Kurvanti Shastrani. They give authenticity and validity to scriptures. So when you see a great realized master, then you have that faith, yes, what Shastra says is right. Such Shastri Kurvanti Shastrani. They prove that the scriptures are true. Tirthi Kurvanti Tirthani, they sanctify even the places of pilgrimage. And Sukarmi Kurvanti Karmani. And all karmas are raised to the divinity, height of divinity. And there no karma is small, that they show. That any small karma also, if it's done with great attitude, it becomes great. These are the beautiful points that we get to learn from only being with, living with the great masters. Whenever I have given talks on Sthita Prajna Lakshana, the nature of man of wisdom, or the devotees of the Lord, or Trigunatita Purusha, the one who has transcended the bondages and limitations of the gunas of Prakriti. Many times people have asked me, listeners have asked me, have you seen any such person? Because we always have that type of, Have you met such a person? This question is very amusing sometimes. Because that shows they are sure you are not that. And it is good. Or we will have some bloated ego and all that if they think that. So in a nice way. Have you met, or are there such great people even now in this world? Because sometimes they say, in the olden time I think it was all right, but in the present time I don't know whether anybody is there or not. So this question is always there. Are there even now such great people? Have you ever met? Let me tell you. Personally, I have met not only one or two, quite a few great masters. But one is with whom I had the greatest fortune of being and living with him. I have met many, and I was very lucky I received their blessings. But the one with whom I have lived, not for 1 or 2 days, for many years, and then I have served, I have learned from him. And I have seen that these things which are mentioned in the scriptures, ye guna sarva shastreshu varnyante brahmadhyaninam tairayam sarvada purnaha rajate sarva yoginam, that all the virtues and characteristics of a man of wisdom that are pointed out in scriptures, that I have seen present in such a person. And I don't have to say the name of such person. You know, as none other than our Param Pujya Gurudev. Was very lucky in the year 1969 when I was studying in Bhopal. And I had never heard his name also. And I only saw a banner that he was going to give lectures. He was giving lectures. Hardly for 2 days I went. That also, the lecture used to be 6:30 to 8 and I reached 10 minutes before 8. Because I was studying, and then after the college time over, and then very far off and go by a bicycle or the bus and all that. But I tell you, as I just now mentioned, amogha. Whether you come in contact or from long distance also, if you hear, that influence is most powerful. I remember that scene, thousands of people seated there. I was at the back, and I saw only very just dot like, but some presence there on the stage I could not even see fully. But there was something that moment. And I am sitting here now. I don't have to tell the whole story of that because I am not sitting here to tell my story. Great person, or Param Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj, true to his name. Chinmaya means pure consciousness. Chinmaya is pure knowledge. Chinmaya, the practical meaning of Chinmaya is alertness, vigilance manifested. And his presence was like that. And Ananda, always Ananda. Whatever the condition of the physical body or this or that, his Ananda is the same. Our Ananda is what? Vishayanam anukulya sukhi, dukhi viparyaye. When things are conducive and everything according to our life, we are very happy. And if little change is there, immediately man says, I am upset. Because setup has changed. Vishayanam anukulya sukhi dukhi viparye. Sukham dukkham cha tad dharma. There is one moment happy, another moment unhappy. Now elated, now depressed. All this is the lakshana of the jivas. Sadananda senatmana. Not the Atma, the one who is Sadananda Swarup, And the one who has realized that, that person is Sadananda. Different grades are there of Ananda people, One stage is there when we are really ignorant. Our name is Anananda. No joy at all. Then comes a stage when we say Kadananda. Kadananda means you wonder when will be happy. I will be happy. Then the state improves. And then we say Yada Kadananda. Now and then happy. And then only final realization happens, then it is Sadananda. Always Ananda. So these are different stages that we pass through, from ignorance to the state of viveka and the state of wisdom, that he was that. Now, once and now whom we call now Swami Shantananda now in our mission, I had not become sannyasi and he also had not taken any course and all that. He used to be Swamiji's secretary, and we both were in Lucknow when Swamiji's yajna was going on. So one day we thought that there will be Pujya Guruji's Paduka Puja. So we say we don't have any those names, with which we worship. So we thought, why not we just sit and we write? So we together sat. How to start? So let us start alphabets. A, I, E, U. And we started writing. And now those 108 names are very well known to you, because you have been doing the Paduka Puja, right? Om Ajaya Namaha, Om Avyaya Namaha, Om Avinashine Namaha. That first we did in Lucknow, and afterwards now it has become popular everywhere. That is gone. In those names, you will find Gurudev's Mahima. Certain names you will find some names like Ajayan Maha, Avyayan Maha, Avinashine Maha. All these names indicate his absolute nature, that unborn, imperishable, immutable. Now the thing is, absolute nature is such, it is common to all of us. Our also absolute nature is unborn only. But the difference is that he is the one who has realized that truth. See, Satchidananda Swarupa, we all are. And that's what Guru tells us. That is a fact. But between the fact and the reality, there is a lot of difference. Sometimes you wonder, how can I be Ananda? I am such a miserable person. They say Brahma is Ananda Swarup, and that Brahma is me. So I pity that Brahman only, because I am so miserable. So sometimes we wonder. So when we see those names, we must remember that that nature of that reality is realized by them, the master. Some names are such that they indicate his virtues, his qualities. Like Vinaya Shilaya Namaha, the one who is the very embodiment of humility. Vinoda Priyaya Namaha, humorous, loves humor, right? There are some natures that is indicated. Relationship, Tapovana Shishaya Namaha. So then the relation is pointed out, his Guru's name that is pointed out. Then what is his karma? What is Sarvahita Chintakaya Namaha? The best quality is that he always thought of the welfare and well-being of all people. Whether they are of India or of other country, of the rich people or poor people, or men or women, children, or everybody. He thought of the welfare of all of them. Sarvahita Chintakaya Nama. So his name, Chinmaya Mahima. Name, Rupa, Guna, Karma, absolute nature, and all those names are written. Ajayan Maha, Avyayan Maha. Now with these 108 names you are doing the puja. One day a thought came to my mind. In the Vishnu Sahasranam, you know very well. So if you chant the shlokas, Om Vishvam Vishnur Vashatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu, so you chant the shlokas. But when you do the Vishnu Sahasranam Archana, then every name, no, Om Vishwasmai Namaha, Om Vishnave Namaha, in this you say. Now there what happened, the shlokas were written first and then the 1,000 names were written in the puja. And in Gurudev's names what happens, the names were written first like this. Then I thought, a stotra should be written, on the line of Vishnu Sahasranam like. Now, today you have this in your hand. You have got. So now, the first is Shri Chinmaya Namamrita Stotram. It is in Sanskrit and also we have given in transliteration. Those who can't read Sanskrit. I will not ask how many of you don't know how to read Sanskrit. But I am not going to read the whole thing. But only first 2 shlokas at least you should read. Now see, when I read, you please read. Yasya smarana matrena bhakta shishyascha sevakaha प्रेरणां प्राप्नुवन्तिह चिन्मयं तं वयं नुमः नाम पुष्पैः पूजयामः सर्वभावेन सद्गुरुम् अभीष्टफलसिद्ध्यर्थम् Bhaktim praptum visheshataha. Now see. Now one is if you are doing the puja and then you can say Ajayan Mahavayan. Or just you just chant this stotram only. All the names which are given there, the same order, all the names are here now in the stotram. But now what is the meaning? Yasya smarana matrena Bhakta Shishyascha Sevakaha Preranam Prapnuvantiha Chinmayam Tam Vayam Numaha. We all bow down to Chinmaya Gurudev. And who is he? Yasya Smarana Matrena. By mere remembrance of whom all his bhaktas, devotees, shishyas, disciples, sevakaha, all sevakas, volunteers, what you call volunteers, servants, volunteers, workers, preranam prapnuvantiha, derive great inspiration. And now, having done namaskar, nama pushpai pujayamaha. Now we worship that Guru with the flowers of names. So all the names themselves are flower. Each name is one flower. Sarva bhavena sadgurum. Wholeheartedly we worship the Guru with the flowers of name. What for? Abhishta phala siddhyartham. For attaining our object of desire. Everyone may be having different desires, but bhaktim praptum visheshataha. But specially in order to get devotion to that Guru Bhakti, to increase Guru Bhakti. That's what we do this. Now, just as Vishnu Sahasranam you chant, Om Vishwam Vishnu Vashatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhat Prabhu Bhuta Krit Bhuta Bhavo Bhutatma Bhuta Bhavanaha. Now in this way here also you say, Om Ajo Vyayo Vinashi Cha Tatha Chintyo Prameyasaha Advitiyo Niketascha Sada Nushasana Priyaha Antas Sakshetu Vrittinam Antaryami Tathaivacha Anandatma Swarupasaha Angla Bhasha Viduttamaha. Now in this you read, and the last sloka, 22nd, Jnana Trupto Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupasaha Evam Namarchito Bhuyat Prasanno Varado Guruhu. The last names are these, Jnana Truptaya Namaha, Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupaya Namaha. That is it. And now we say, O Guru, we have worshipped you with this name. May that Guru be pleased with us and bless us and grant us the boon we wanted. Now here, I would like to bring your attention to these three words. Bhaktaha, Shishyaha, Sevakaha. You see, Bhakta means what? The one who has love, reverence and devotion. It's called Bhakta. There may be many Bhaktas of Pujya Gurudev, but all of them don't become his Shishyas, disciples. Bhakta means what? They love, they revere, they respect, but they don't come and say, I want to learn this Vedanta from you. They may not become Shishyas, disciples. And then we find there are some people who used to come to listen to Pujya Gurudev's lectures and then got little interested and they started saying, if I am ready to do some work once a week, 1 hour, 2 hours, that will be I am ready to do. So they first become sevak. It is interesting. Somebody comes and first started volunteering some time. Slowly discovers what a wonderful work there and Gurudev is great. And then in his mind, devotion arises. So the sevaka becomes bhakta. And a time comes, he says, now I want to learn and gain this knowledge full time now I want to do that. So he becomes Shishya. Some people, they first become bhakta. But they say, but don't give me any work, please. I don't have time and all that. But whenever any program is there and all that, I will come and all that. So that much that is there, but so the order is very interesting. Somebody comes as a sevak volunteer, then becomes bhakta, and then becomes shishya also. Somebody comes as a bhakta, then becomes sevaka, and then shishya also. Some people now have a Vedanta course when we announced, many people have never known, even I myself when I went to the ashram, I did not know anything about it. So I went first as a shishya bhav. I want to learn this. But then the bhakti came. Then this. So then, what happens? If a person becomes a bhakta also, shishya also, sevak also, that is complete. Now that bhakta will show you bhakti yoga, shishya will show you jnana yoga, and sevak will show karma yoga, isn't it? That is the beauty. Yasya smarana matrena bhakta shishyascha sevakaha preranam prapnuvantiha chinmayam tam vayam numaha. So the volunteers also come, they also are inspired. Oh, yes, you want to do. Isn't it? How many of you are now working volunteer? Because of some inspiration only you are working, isn't it? Actually, you are giving time also, you are giving money also. You are giving everywhere. Any other place when you work, you say, how much money I will get? But here only you have to give also. But then why? Now in PRC, our YUP course is going on. How many from Dallas, so many women, ladies are going there to cook food for them, all that. From where this prerana has come? This is what it is, inspiration. So in Bhakta, Shishya, Sevak, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, all this is rolled in. Now, in the beginning, somebody may be only a Sevaka or only a Shishya, only a Bhakta, but each one will derive inspiration. And that is the Guru's Mahima, that he can inspire every worker, he can inspire Shishyas, he can inspire Bhaktas. And our Gurudev's greatness was, generally it is said, the one who is, what you call, yasmin karmani kushalaha sa tasmin neva yoktavayam. The one who is capable of doing one work, he should be engaged in that work. That is the principle of management also. But Swamiji got work done from all those people who did not know anything about that job. That was his beauty. When I joined, I did not know anything. I was hardly 20-year-old at that time. And then Swami used to give me some work and I did not know anything of that. And then, with patience, Swami used to go on teaching that. And that's why once, when I read one quotation I really liked, God does not see your ability or inability, only availability. Our Gurudev also saw only our availability. Are you available? It is his job to inspire, to empower, to enlighten, to educate, to teach. Now when I remember all things when I joined, what all work used to do, how I used to do it and all that. But you know how he taught each and everything. That is the greatness. See, if someone is capable of doing it, then you ask that person to do that job and he does, that's great, because you want to identify the capability. But here the one who does not know that work, I have to get that work done from that such person, I have to inspire. I tell you, if I start talking, it will go on. But I have to say something more. In the World Workers' Conference time, one of our Swamis, he listened to one of my composition, and his name is Swami Swarupananda. I don't know whether he has come here or not. I think he has not yet come, but you might have heard his name. So he asked me, Guruji, you please write Gurudev's biography in Sanskrit. And I laughed. I said, what are you talking? But when somebody says something hits also, then you start thinking. And the interesting point is, if you start thinking about it, then some inspiration also happens. So another quotation I remember is, I don't read big books. I like to read quotations. And then you can quote. It appears that you are reading a lot. The quotation was, before you say it is impossible, say you will try. So don't immediately say, no, this is not possible. First I laughed, but I started thinking. Then I remembered, you must have read Nama Ramayanam. What is that? Shuddha Brahma Paratpara Ram Kalatmaka Parameshwara Ram Shesha Talpa Sukha Nidrita Ram. See, everywhere that line, which is very, very popular, very famous. So in that, every line ends with the word Ram. And the entire Bal Kand, Ayodhya Kand, Kishkinda Kand, Anya Kand, all cantos are there. M.S. Suvalakshmi has sung that. It is very popular and very enchanting. So suddenly a thought came, on that line, if you write, it will be so nice. So every line should end with Chinmaya. And so here I wrote this called Chinmaya Mahima. Now, it is also there in Sanskrit, and I am going to sing that also complete now. Okay? But here, the idea is, see, the first always we generally begin with Namaskar. So first sloka you please chant. Natva Sadguru Padara Vindam Kurmas Chinmaya Mahima Ganam Bhukti Muktida Mangala Rupam Gurum Smaramas Sada Prasannam. Now here it say, Natva means bowing down, Sadguru Padara Vindam, to the lotus feet of our Guru. Kurmaha Chinmaya Mahima Ganam. And now we sing the glory of our Gurudev. Why? Because that glory is Bhukti Muktida Mangala Rupam. It is most auspicious and it is the giver of prosperity and liberation. Bhukti Muktida Mangala Rupam. Gurum Smaramas Sada Prasannam. Sada Prasannam Gurum Smaramaha. And we remember, meditate on that ever cheerful Guru. Now you see, all of you, I think most of you have read short or big biography of Gurudev. Now as if you see the lines, you will understand. Kerala Deshe Prakatita Chinmaya. Clear? That Chinmaya born in Kerala. Bala Krishna Nam Nayuta Chinmaya. I think I don't have to even explain. Chattambi Guru Shikshita Chinmaya. When he was very baby only, Shaishavehi Samskarita Chinmaya. A Chattambi Guru came, most famous, those who are from Kerala particularly, they know his name. It is very babyhood only. He gave something to told him in his kan, in the ear. Samskarita. Chanchala Manasa Balaka Chinmaya. Spashtam. Chanchal Manas. But Tathapi Shiva Dhyane Rata Chinmaya. But still, all the time, enjoying and reveling in meditation of Shiva. Krida Pravena Yuva Priya Chinmaya. Vidya Grahana Kushalavara Chinmaya. Loving sports. And very bright in what you call grasping different subjects. Then he went to Lucknow Nagare Shikshita Chinmaya. No, Vidhi Bhasha Angla Visharada Chinmaya. Vidhi means law. Angla Bhasha, English. So he did English literature and law. Vrutta Patra Lekhakavara Chinmaya. He became a journalist. Swatantrata Sangramaka Chinmaya. And then he became freedom fighter also. Then Tadartha Kara Grihagata Chinmaya. And he was imprisoned for that. Thereafter, Tata Shivananda Ashrita Chinmaya. Then he was Swami Shivanandaji. Sannyase Guru Dikshita Chinmaya. Chinmayananda Vidhana Chinmaya. And then Swami Shivanandaji gave him sannyas and gave him name Chinmaya. Uttarakashi Shramagata Chinmaya. Simple. Uttarakashi. Swami Tapovana Prashishya Chinmaya. Shastra Adhyatma Pathanarata Chinmaya. Priti Prapta Guru Prasada Chinmaya. And he studied all the Vedantic subjects from him. And he received great love, affection and blessings from his Guru. Ganga Darshana Prerita Chinmaya, Jnana Yajna Prarambhaka Chinmaya. And then he was inspired by the flow of Gangaji when he saw how Gangaji leaves from Himalaya and reaches everywhere. He said, this Jnana also should reach everywhere. Therefore he started Jnana Yajna. Asankhya Jana Priya Preraka Chinmaya, Chinmaya Samstha Sthapaka Chinmaya. And became beloved of so many people. And then he established Chinmaya Mission. Gita Jnana Pracharaka Chinmaya, Ashrama Sandhi Panikrita Chinmaya, Aneka Mandira Nirmita Chinmaya, Upakaraka Sadhaka Jana Chinmaya. So he established Sandipani Ashram, Anek Mandira temples, and did so many things to help all the great seekers. Karuna Purita Manasa Chinmaya, Sakala Jananam Hitarata Chinmaya. Heart filled with compassion and engage the welfare of all. Balaka Yuvaka Prashikshaka Chinmaya, Vidyalaya Samsthapaka Chinmaya. For children, for youth, and then established many schools. Samaja Seva Preraka Chinmaya, Swasthya Chikitsa Dayaka Chinmaya. So social work, medical work, Samskrita Gaurava Sthapaka Chinmaya. And our Chinmaya International Foundation also established to establish the glory of Sanskrit language. Grantha Aneka Prakashaka Chinmaya. And published so many books. Jnana Bhakti Seva Maya Chinmaya. You can see him, knowledge, devotion, seva in him. Nitya Shuddha Guru Vimukta Chinmaya. Nitya Shuddha, ever liberated. Mahasamadho Samsthita Chinmaya. And then he attained Mahasamadhi, established in his own Swarupa. Last line is Bhakti Rastu Nastoi He Chinmaya. O Gurudev, may we all have great devotion for you all. Okay? Now I will sing this. Now you listen. And what we have to do is, when the shloka is, every shloka is over, you have to say, Chinmaya Gurave Namo Namaha, Chinmaya Gurave Namo Namaha. But twice. Say. Chinmaya Gurave Namo Namaha, Chinmaya Gurave Namo Namaha. Clear? Okay, now let us begin. Natva Sadguru Padara Vindam Kurmaschinmaya Mahima Ganam Bhukti Muktida Mangala Rupam Gurum Smarama Sada Prasannam Chinmaya Gurave Kerala Deshe Prakatita Chinmaya Balakrishna Namnayuta Chinmaya Shattambi Guru Shikshita Chinmaya Shaishavehi Samskarita Chinmaya. Louder. Chanchala Manasa Balaka Chinmaya Tathapi Shiva Dhyane Rata Chinmaya Krida Pravina Yuva Priya Chinmaya Vidya Grahana Kushala Vara Chinmaya. Lakhnau Nagare Shikshita Chinmaya Vidhi Bhashangla Visharada Chinmaya Vrutta Patra Lekhaka Vara Chinmaya Swatantrata Sangramaka Chinmaya. Tadartakara Grihagata Chinmaya Tata Shivanandashita Chinmaya Sannyase Guru Dikshita Chinmaya Chinmayananda Vidhana Chinmaya. तरकाशाश्रमगत चिन्मय स्वामी तपोवन प्रशिष्य चिन्मय शास्त्राध्यात्म पठनरत चिन्मय प्रीति प्राप्त गुरु प्रसाद चिन्मय गंगा दर्शन प्रेरित चिन्मय ज्ञान यज्ञ प्रारंभक चिन्मय असंख्य जनप्रिय प्रेरक चिन्मय चिन्मय संस्था स्थापक चिन्मय गीता ज्ञान प्रचारक चिन्मय आश्रम सांदीपनिकृत चिन्मय अनेक मंदिर निर्मित चिन्मय उपकारक साधक जन चिन्मय करुणापूरित मानस चिन्मय सकल जनानां हितरत चिन्मय बालक युवक प्रशिक्षक चिन्मय विद्यालय संस्थापक चिन्मय समाज सेवा प्रेरक चिन्मय स्वास्थ्य चिकित्सादायक चिन्मय संस्कृत गौरव स्थापक चिन्मय ग्रंथानेक प्रकाशक चिन्मय ज्ञान भक्ति सेवामय चिन्मय नित्य शुद्ध गुरु विमुक्त चिन्मय महासमाधौ संस्थित चिन्मय भक्तिरस्तु नस्त्वैहे चिन्मय चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः चिन्मय गुरवे नमो नमः श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। See, Gurudev did lot of work, and that work which we are bringing out in the book series, every year bringing out 2 books of Mananam, and this is the last, that is the latest one, the 5th book in the series, Our Children, Our Future. This is all about Bal Vihar. So those of you who have not yet taken this book, please see this. Particularly on many pages, what our little children say that, they have write something interesting. Here suddenly I saw one child said, "Dear God, I know that Gandhiji said turn the other cheek, but what if your brother socks you in the stomach?" Very smart, very place that is there. You please see that. It's very interesting. That will be available. Come on. आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की दिव्य रूप मूर्ति करुणा की आरती सद्गुरु की चरणों में उनके शांति समाए शरणागत की भ्रांति मिटाए पाप ताप संत ताप हरण की। आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की। आरती सद्गुरु की। वेद उपनिषद गीता को गाया, धर्म सनातन फिर से जगाया। शुद्ध नीति प्रीति शंकर की। आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की। आरती सद्गुरु की। सिद्ध बाड़ी की तपो भूमि में नित्य विराजे गुरु हमारे। भक्त हृदय आनंद स्रोत की। आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की। आरती सद्गुरु की। आरती श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हरि ओम।